Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the moon in conjunct Saturn in a natal chart. Now, first off, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do is make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up as well, if you have the moon in conjunct Saturn in a natal chart, well, an adjustment, which is the inconjunct, may be needed between the emotional needs, which is the moon, and career-related matters. There also may be some imbalance between the home and family life and the career. Now, if you have your Saturn Capricorn as an example, the career, may be connected with government, politics, accounting, dentistry, masonry. It could even be general mundane work. It could be information technology, doing something with construction or architecture as some examples. Now, another way that this aspect may manifest in a natal chart is that there may, in some instances be that very, intense feeling, which is the moon, like concentrating, which is Saturn on something, or then, the next moment, could be, the opposite, the next. If Saturn is in Taurus as an example, concentration, maybe on just simply generating income, making money, monetary endeavors, banking, buying and selling. Concentration may be flavored with more persistence, and it could also be, doing something Taurus related, whether it be geology, carpet laying, agriculture, architecture, gardening, cultivation, something could be associated. Another thing could be, just finance, or doing something, as far as of the earth, even archaeology. I would say as some examples, and also too, could also be a lot of concentration on the emotional needs one moment, and then the next moment you may be completely apathetic regarding it. Now, if the moon is in Aquarius, as an example, those emotional needs, can include humanitarianism, friendship, group-related activities, environmental matters, and might be things, something associated with astronomy, astrology, computers, electronics, aviation, meteorology, innovation, as some examples. Now, another thing too, the moon in conjunct Saturn could also be expressed where one may be extremely disciplined, which is Saturn, um, regarding one's emotions and reactions, which is the moon, one moment, and then there could be, complete, lack of restraint, the next moment in matters with the emotions and reactions. Now, if the moon is in Leo, as an example, those emotions may be can be very loud and boisterous, so to speak, and a lot of ferocity. You know, feelings may be expressed, due to issues of pride and ego, as some examples. Now, another thing about the moon in conjunct Saturn in a natal chart is that it could be where you could be exceptionally sensitive, regarding, maybe even too much regarding your social status and stature in life, which is Saturn, and sensitivity is the moon. Then other times, you may be completely apathetic, and non-emotional, maybe regarding it. And, if Saturn, is in Aries, as an example, it could be someone being very, impatient in matters pertaining to social status and stature in life, but at the same time may be very aggressive in trying in efforts to improve this. It could be, trying to improve one's social status and stature in life by being pioneering or innovative, or it could be doing something Aries related, whether it could be welding, carpentry, firefighting, something with the military. It could be working as speech pathologist, or something within physiology, a profession connected with a head, such as hat or helmet design. As some examples, if Saturn is in Sagittarius, as another example, there may actually be a lot of optimism and positivity and hope in terms of one's social status and stature in life. A lot of exuberance behind it. It could be doing something Sagittarius related, whether it's something connected with humor or advertising, publishing, printing press operation, as some examples. Now another thing too is that inconjuncts can be about imbalances and adjustments. So if you have the moon inconjunct Saturn in your natal chart, you may vacillate between activities with the mother, which is the moon, and with the father as well. You may be dominated at one moment with activities that are connected with the mother, and then the next moment activities with the father. And the key is to find balance and equilibrium between the two. If the moon, say, is in the zodiac sign Cancer, the mother may actually be a Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be a person that's very caring, sympathetic, nurturing, tenacious, dedicated, devoted, protective, introverted, but may be moody and temperamental as well. Now, another way, the moon in conjunct Saturn can manifest in the natal chart. It can be, where, one moment, you may intensely nurture and care, which is the moon, for the father, older people, and authority figures, which is Saturn. And then other times you may just be flat out oblivious, to them and indifferent in these matters. Now, if you have say your Saturn Gemini as an example, it could be those people may actually be Gemini sun, moon, or ascendant people, or ones that embody those traits. It could be people excuse me, people that are very versatile, multifaceted, loquacious, adaptable, dexterous, animated, but may also be contradictory as well. And the thing about this aspect as well is that there may be also the imbalance, as I was stating, or about the the activities pertaining to the home, which is the moon, and then the one's career, which is Saturn. Now, if you have a Saturn in Virgo as an example, you may be someone that's very punctual and reliable in matters pertaining to the career. There may be a career associated with analytics, statistics, data entry, allocating data, doing something with health, fitness, working as a nutritionist or dietitian, as some examples. Now, another thing about the moon in conjunct Saturn in a natal chart is that it may also be expressed where you may strongly emphasize business, which is Saturn, with the public, which is the moon, or you may become completely disinterested and apathetic in this. And let's say Saturn is in Libra as an example. That business may be tied in with art, which can cover a wide divergence of things, whether it be drawing, painting, sculpting, as some examples, or something with the law. It may be doing something as fashion design, or even working in some kind of arbitration, or something that involves negotiation. Some examples, even in some remote cases, I would say even scales, because the zodiac sign Libra has a connection with scales. That could be scale production, as an example. Now, and or even selling them as another example. Anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.